field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Ready. Double 38.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They find some open field here. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Off play action. Woody. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now Carter to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there on the option. 83 yards on the ground. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Bates escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake. Woody. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bates. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's going to keep this again, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
19 right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm is the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun.
Touchdown, Jets. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bates. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Off play action. Bates. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And some room to work. There he goes right side. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 9. 36 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's George. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Bates. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Hall again on 2nd down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
19. Rig alert. 60 average.
On 3rd down, Bates. And he's got his man. That's Fountain. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
19,
Off the play fake. Bates. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
19. Warriors 70. Check mash. 18, tight end.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Woody. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Woody. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
early on. The running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. Woody under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bates. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now a toss here, short side. Fights through him. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators work so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
165 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Off the play fake. Bates. He's got a man. Complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Dolphins take over first down at their own 27.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Woody. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Ready up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Pat the street, pat the street.
Back to throw. Bates. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on 3rd down. Woody. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Woody. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Hall again on second down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Ready?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, right back to Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back in the heels.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Miami, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
it off the top. Cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two. I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew. One for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top. Cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Convoy. 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top.
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I didn't make beats, that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I